Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'll be taking a look at the new Lego Creator Winter Holiday Train set. This is set number 40700. It has 294 pieces, and this was a gift with purchase. It was available towards the end of November 2024, the Insiders Weekend there, and it had a gift with purchase threshold of $170, which I felt like was pretty high. The Lego Shop at Home website, when they put kind of estimated prices on gift with purchases, has this listed at $20. On aftermarket prices for people like selling these seems to be a little bit less than that. So the $170 price point seems a little bit high. It was bundled with a couple other gift with purchases as well. There was one slightly lower, maybe less than the $100 range, and then there was also the like retro vinyl like record player or something that was all the way up at the $250 range. But this one is like winter holiday themed, and that's the time of year it is, so it does make sense. I'm covering a bunch of these sets after I finished up the advent calendars. And interesting, this does have a note on the bottom that says model is not compatible with Lego tracks, so it's not something that could be like put on the traditional Lego tracks. I don't know if that's because it's only going to be 4 wide or what the deal is, but I don't build a ton of Lego trains, so I'm interested in this, and I haven't looked at a gift with purchase in a while, so I'm looking forward to that. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. While I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Creator Winter Holiday Train gift with purchase set, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. If you want to support the channel by giving money to the channel, you can do that here on YouTube. There's a Patreon, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link, there's affiliate links, and then I wanted to talk about the build. So we start out here with the engine, the main kind of front car here, the locomotive or whatever it's called. There's some gold pieces in here used nicely. I was surprised to see all those jumpers there, and that's because while this is, for the most part, 4 studs wide, this kind of main barrel of the engine here is kind of 3 studs wide, at least on the base. So we do utilize a big row of jumpers there. Then we can start working on the middle car. Comes together really, really quick. It's nice and short. Gold pieces again. We build some little gifts. And then on the next bag of pieces, we work on the final car, even though these can be switched around with the middle one here. This one's a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, has the same presence, and it has a tree, and that's it. So now on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego Creator gift with purchase called the Winter Holiday Train set. This is okay. This reminds me of something else I looked at not too long ago, and I can't remember what it was. I thought I maybe looked at another kind of smaller train. I know I've looked at some that have been in like poly bags, including like some ones that are like holiday trains in poly bags and stuff. I think I've looked at some other ones, but this is the newest one here, and we will get into it right away because there's some stuff to look at. And there's no minifigures in this set. It's not minifig scale, but I'll kind of go through this in the order that it is built. It's not terribly complicated, but there is some good stuff in here. So first we have the locomotive or the steam engine up here, and it starts just with some like 2x wide plates down here, and then we put a like 4x4 kind of up there, that little green. We had a bunch of these gold 2x2s throughout this. There's kind of a gold stripe going through there, which is really, really nice. And then we build up upon that. We have kind of the, I don't know what this would be, but it almost looks like it's where the conductor or the engineer or whoever is driving this train might be. So we have kind of the clear bricks there. There's another one kind of down in there, and we can actually see some of those printed tiles being metered on there. So that is okay. And then underneath, or just on top of rather, the gold like level there, we have these plates, and then in the center is just a bunch of jumper plates there, the 1x2 with the 1 stud on top, which brings us down to 3 studs wide for the main kind of part of the engine here. It appears to be like a steam engine, but the use of the jumper in there, it does make it so like this is relatively easy to take off, and it looks like way different, but it adds a good amount of character. That like subtle just indentation in there, that little bit of extra depth, kind of helps round out the front of this. Some studs on the side stuff in here, gold kind of accessories. We use one of the, like, I think these are Monkey Kid kind of cloud pieces for the steam there, which is really nice. And I like the shaping up front. I was a little bit suspect of it just because these kind of sub-assemblies with the like kind of these slope pieces, and this one's like the angled slope piece, just going on the studs on the side brick there. And I thought it was going to look really weird, but actually I don't think it looks that weird. It doesn't feel like it's protruding out too far. It feels kind of in line with this like bar element and some of the stuff back there. It does go forward a bit from like the main kind of body of all this green in here, but it ends up kind of lining up with the front there, so that's really nice. Have a leaf up on the front, got some lights and stoppers and different things. I also really liked how this was done. So the kind of like front kind of, I don't know what you call this part on a train, but the kind of front tip of the train here is using all of these red flag pieces kind of folding together to kind of make that triangle there, and I think that looks really nice. It is on a bunch of wheels, so we have these kind of bigger ones with the red there, and then we have the smaller ones up front, so 5 on each side for the locomotive here. We got the grill pieces there and these vented slopes here. I think those are maybe supposed to kind of be like steps or something like that. There's no stickers or anything on here. Everything's kind of brick built. I think the color blocking is really nice. The gold accents really work. Red for the wheels and red for, some of these bits up here is really nice. The parts that are green and white really make sense to me. And then kind of the black up at the front there, I think is quite good. So this actually looks pretty nice, and yeah, it is essentially 4 wide for most of it. These end up coming out a little bit wider, and then we do have these smaller kind of mixel-like joint or ball joint here at the back is where we can attach everything else. I think the locomotive looks really, really good. Probably the best part of this. It is like the most substantial part of this. And I don't know if there's too much I would really want to change. Yeah, I just think this is pretty good. Better than I thought it was going to be. I think this is a nice use of this piece, and I like the white clip piece up here and everything in there. So very straightforward build for the most part, using a couple headlight bricks, a couple studs on the side, a couple brackets, but not a ton. Everything is pretty much you get what you see here, so that is fine. Then we have the next cart, which is one of these train carts, and this is the middle one, but it doesn't have to be. It could be the rear one as well. This one's short. It's about 6 studs long, 4 studs wide, pretty much all the way through. We can see we have 6 of these smaller wheels on this one as well. We have the ball and like socket where we could put attach these cars to other cars. Then we have the like green with the gold stripe that really lines up. These ones are jumpers, like 2x2 with just the 1 stud on top, whereas these were just 2x2 plates, so 4 studs on top. And so that's a little bit different there, but not a big deal. It does still look quite good, that pearl gold. Build this up, just some good bricks being used in there. There's a couple plates. We use a few pieces of this gold kind of fencing throughout here. There's a white brick kind of inside there, and then we just populate it with a bunch of these presents, which are all just 2x2 brick in various colors. So like the white, and then kind of this light blue or azure color there, and then like different of the corner pieces for some bows or ribbons or a tag or whatever else. This one has jumpers on it to kind of offset them. They're all only attached on to 2 studs. They're easy enough to take off there, so that works out. And then they end up kind of looking like they're sitting just on top of the like railing, the fence here, and that's nice. It is flush, and then because we do have the like white brick in there, it does feel like it's full, which is fine. I guess I'm more, having built like a lot of winter holiday themed stuff recently, I'm more used to more different colors going into the gifts and the presents and stuff like that. So I kind of appreciated like stripping that down a little bit, making it a little more simple. That's a lot easier for me as someone who's like has trouble differentiating between colors. But I thought that was an interesting choice, because for so many other sets, they are making presents and gifts out of like, stacking plates on each other or all this other stuff. And this was kind of different. So that's fine. Can connect it like that. Does have some, movement here. It's fine. It can roll and turn well enough. These are just not supposed to be on track. It's not compatible with any Lego track. And these are like the just hard plastic. They can slide really, really easily on there. And then the last train car, or could be the middle one, I suppose, is this one. So this one, again, 4 studs wide, but this one is 10 studs long, so it is quite a bit longer. A lot of similarities here. It's maybe not as tall as the other one. You can see we only have like 4 wheels on this one, 2 on either side, whereas the shorter middle one had, 3, so like 6 total, and this one up here had 5 on each side, so 10 total. So this one is lacking there. Have the gold stripe all the way through. We have the like ball and socket for the joints. We use the same kind of fencing, pearl gold fencing all the way around. Inside we use a couple of ingots down there, and then a turntable. So we make kind of a holiday tree, a winter, maybe an evergreen pine or something like that, using some of these like flower petal pieces in the like dark green or brown, whatever that is, little like conical piece up here, hollow stud, and then like the pearl gold star up at the top. So that can spin around. There's not, a super great reason why this needs to spin. It's fine. I guess it's kind of nice, but it just is something that they did. They could have very much had this like just stationary on there, and it wouldn't have been too much of a big deal. But it can also, come off and be its own little tree there. And then behind that, we have more of the presents. And again, interesting to me is that they are the same colors as the other ones there. So I was making note of that they were sort of a little more uniform without so much color going on. So we have the same ones with like kind of the medium azure and the darker like blue or purple there. And then the white and the gold ones, we have the same kind of offset one there with the jumpers stacking them up. Underneath them, it's the same with these fence pieces, and then the white brick in there. So they all just attach to 2 studs, so they're easy enough to take off. And there's just like, in terms of where they're positioned on the cart, if they're all like oriented the same way, connected, something like this, we switch some stuff up. The one that's like stacked is switched from one side to the other, and stuff like that. So there's like a little variance tests there, but variation there. But I thought it was interesting because, and I kind of like it. I kind of appreciate it that they just went with just these couple colors. It feels a little more, I don't know if classy is the right word, but like a little more intentional, and a little more like consistent. And also I feel like it just flows a little bit better without having like huge splashes of like very different colors, lots of bright colors and all sorts of stuff like that. So this really kind of classes it up, in my opinion, and so I like that. Of course, we can kind of switch these around, something like this. Not a big deal, makes as much sense. It's just that's not how it is on the box, and that's kind of everything that's in here. There's not really any like hidden features, special things, anything like that. I'll show the extra pieces because you do get some. So we get the gray Technic pins with the like less friction than the black ones, so these wheels can spin. All your 1x1s, your studs, your tiles, your bar elements, hollow studs, translucent pieces, all your 1x1s. So it makes sense to get an extra of that print there, which 2 of them are used kind of up in the locomotive back here, which I showed and you can kind of see. So good to get those. And this set is 294 pieces, no minifigures. It's not a Creator 3-in-1. It's just a Creator Winter Holiday Train gift with purchase. The gift with purchase threshold was $170 in the US, and the kind of retail price that Lego put on this on the website is $20. The aftermarket price on things like such as Bricklink, I think, is hovering maybe closer to like $15, $18 or something like that. That feels about right to me. My feeling about this is it's fun. It's a fine little build. It can be displayed. It could be played with. It's not minifig scale. It can't run on like track, at least not railroad track. I don't believe it could run on like the roller coaster track either. And it's sort of like adjacent to some Winter Village stuff, but not really, just because of the scale. It's kind of in this weird middle ground, and I think it mostly is intended to kind of just be displayed, which is fine. I do appreciate display-oriented stuff. You know, the build is all like super straightforward. It looks good, I would say. The color blocking is really nice. There's some good choices in here. I think the silhouette is very cool with the kind of steam cloud there. And so all of that's very good, but I'm left wondering a little bit like why. I mean, I'm not super into Lego trains. I know that they're people that are, and they're like really, really into it, but they're more into like the track nature of them, I believe, like, and being able to power them and everything else like this. You know, when I think about the poly bags that I've looked at, which have been like holiday trains or different things, which are, you know, a lot smaller, but similar in many ways, I guess I'm just sort of, they're just not it for me. And then if I was like comparing this to, say, the Santa's delivery truck set, which is a $20 set, kind of holiday themed, does have a minifigure. It is minifigure scale. It actually has fewer pieces than this, but you know, bigger ones for some of it, and it is just a different style set, which I might rather have that kind of thing. And there's other kind of even holiday things that are a little bit different. If this was a set that was like on these shelves and it wasn't a 3-in-1 or anything like that, it was just a Lego Creator, or even just like a, you know, when they do the holiday themed, like the Santa's sleigh box or something, I don't know if I would buy this. I don't know if it would sell that well. You know, the $20 price that's kind of put on there arbitrarily feels fine considering what you get here. It's almost 300 pieces. no stickers in here, no like real amazing like prints or anything, just those ones in there that are kind of hidden away. I think 170 is kind of unreasonable for this. Gift with purchases have been, there's a range. Some of them are like very good deals. Other ones are very bad deals. And I come back to this a lot in the last like year or two. There have been some like Disney gift with purchases that were like, I thought really, really great deals, like the Steamboat Willie or even the picture frame holder, or I don't know. There was a number of other ones that I thought like, oh, this makes a ton of sense. I think the threshold makes sense. Then you have like the Houses of the World, which I did collect, as well as the like shops and stuff like that. And those have a $250 price point, which might seem outrageous, or like you have to spend that much in order to get the gift with purchase. And generally, I'm like not a crazy fan of gift with purchases the way that Lego has been doing them. I don't think this is worth like, oh, I'm at $100 and I could get, if I spend $70 more, I'll get one more set and I'll get this in addition. It's not one of those ones that I think you could like hold and then sell later and like make up a bunch of money and essentially count that as a discount, which is something that people do with gift with purchases. I don't know if this one's really going to be one that's like good for that. And so I don't know if I would go out of my way to like push over it if you were already going to be spending, $250 and we're getting the record player and then you got this as well. I mean, that's what I did because I was buying a bunch of sets at that time. Or even if you're buying one really big set, you get this as a bonus, and if you sell it or gift it or whatever, you can kind of factor that in as almost a discount for whatever the main purchase was. This one doesn't do a ton for me, so I $150 spend would have been better. At various points, like the Blacktron Cruiser and the like tribute to Bionicle were like, I think $130 threshold, and you got like both of those for a period of time. So there have been, and like I think those are better sets, frankly, than this, just for my taste and also like value wise. So that is they could go either way. This isn't my favorite. I think the $170 is a bit high for something like this. So not my favorite, but it is a fine little model there, and I'm certainly happy to have been able to talk about it, share my thoughts here. So that is it, and this is just okay. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more gift with purchases and more holiday stuff, and then tons of other Lego sets that are coming out in the 1st of 2025 in January, as well as a bunch of retired sets, lots of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of those upcoming Lego videos. And then if you wanted to support the channel by giving money to the channel, you could do that here on YouTube with membership supers and thanks. I have a Patreon. You can give money to that. There's also a Buy Me a Coffee. All that stuff helps directly support the channel, and it is really, really appreciated. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.